Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Wednesday evening. Hope you're having a lovely week and enjoying our, I would say, nice weather. It's warm. Skies may not be as blue as we'd like, but certainly the temperature is very nice. Today's practice is nice. We're going to work our way up to our half moon pose, which you're very familiar with. So that will be what we'll be kind of working towards during the practice. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. And don't forget to let us know when you complete a practice. And we can add you to our roll of honour for the month. So, let us begin in a seated position. Make yourself comfortable as you sit there. And close your eyes. Slow down. As you move into the present moment, letting go of everything that's gone on in your day, everything in your world. Just bring yourself to the mat. Becoming aware of yourself sitting there. Become aware of your alignment, having your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips, and just feel your spine begin to lengthen and open out so that you encourage the space between each vertebrae to fully extend. Keeping the shoulders soft and the jaw soft. And inhaling through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. Stretching that exhale out to be longer than your inhale as we take 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes and coming through tabletop, stepping up to the top of your mat. And as you stand here, let's have equal weight on both feet. Those feet pointing towards the front, hip width apart, standing up nice and tall. So finding that length that you had when you were sitting, that length in the spine, let's bring that to our standing position. And from here, drawing the hands up over the head, palms together. Let's activate every muscle in our body. So think about drawing your shins and calves, your lower legs away from each other. Drawing your upper thighs into each other. Engaging, lifting up that pelvic floor. Bringing the belly button in and up. So there's activation all the way through your body and up into your arms. Pressing those palms together to activate the arms. Raise the gaze. So the whole body is fully engaged. Let's take a breath here. One more breath. And then leaning over towards the left, keeping the legs engaged, the core engaged, and just softening the body to allow it to bend to the left. With each breath, just getting a little deeper. One more breath. And drawing back up to the top of the mat. Let's take it over to the other side. Keeping those legs engaged, keeping that core engaged, but allowing the upper body to soften into the bend. One more breath. And coming all the way up, soften the body. Bring the hands onto the hips, and now let's just circle those hips, so easing out the body as you draw big circles with your pelvis. And then take that in the opposite direction. And coming back to stillness from here. Draw the right arm up. Let's take a bend again to the left and see, can we get even deeper now into this bend as the body starts to loosen out. One more breath. And bringing it over to the other side. Keeping that chest nice and square, the shoulders in line with each other. Really feeling that stretch along the left side of your body. One more breath. And coming all the way up, bringing the hands onto the back of your hips. Let's just draw an arc with the nose, coming into a back bend here. And extending the back bend even further by dropping the hands behind you. One more breath. And drawing all the way back up to standing. Bring the hands up over the head, clasping the fingers together, pressing them away, having a full body stretch. And releasing the hands down. Good. Let's shift the weight into the right leg and draw the left leg up, holding onto the shin, flexing that left foot. Find a gaze point. Soften the gaze, engaging the core. One more breath here. And let's transition from here into tree pose. See if you can place the foot onto your leg without letting it touch the ground. Doesn't matter if it goes to your calf or your thigh. Just see if you can make that transition still in your balance. Bringing the hands into prayer. And then raising those hands up over the head, staying in prayer. One more breath here. And bringing the hands down, and with fantastic control, release that left leg down. Really well done if you managed to do that sequence without letting the foot go down. Let's try it on the other side, and you might find that you're better or worse on this side. So, shifting the weight into the left leg, draw the right leg up, holding on to the shin, flexing that right foot, standing up tall. So we still want that ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip. So we're still standing straight, but on one leg. Find that gaze point and soften it. One more breath here. And then again, let's see, can you bring that right foot onto the left leg without touching the floor, if you can. Just transitioning into your tree pose here. And maybe you'll have a little wobble like I did, and that's okay. Having that knee at a right angle as you come into your tree pose, hands in prayer. And then if you like, raise them up over the head, keeping them in prayer. And one more breath here. And then bringing the hands down and gently releasing the right leg down to the mat. So again, really well done if you managed to do that full transition without touching the floor. If you didn't, don't worry, try it again the next time. And from here, let's take it to the long side of the mat. So stepping those legs out about a couple of hips width, maybe 3 hip widths apart. Toes are pointing to the front. Bring the arms out into a T. Soften the shoulders. Engage the core. One more breath here. And then let's hinge at the hips and come into a forward fold over these extended legs. So by all means, bend the knees in this forward fold if you find it a little strong on the hamstrings. But see if each breath can just help you get a little bit deeper. One more breath. And then bend the knees, coming all the way up to stand again. Let's swivel on this front leg, so the right foot points to the top of the mat, bending that right knee over the ankle. With that left foot, just turn it slightly inwards so our hips are in line with each other. Draw the arms out into a T, and then just turn the gaze to look over the right hand, warrior two. Keeping a softness in the shoulders, engaging that core, lifting the pelvic floor. 2 more breaths here. Let's draw the hands onto the hips and swivel on this back leg So we turn to the front in a high lunge. So we're on the toes. You can heel toe this front leg out a little bit to just help with your balance. Square up the hips. Raise up the arms. 3 breaths here. And then bringing this back foot onto the mat, so it's fully on the mat. Little bit of weight in the outside edge of it. Again, squaring up the hips, raising up the arms for warrior 1. Keeping that knee over the ankle. Nice stretch in that back leg, but good strengthening in the front leg. One more breath. And let's draw the arms behind us, come up onto the toe of that back foot. And again, bring in a back bend. One more breath. And coming back to upright, let's hinge at the hips, bring the hands down onto the mat and raise the back leg up. Just bring it up to wherever it will go, but the highest is up at hip height. So it's not a big splits, it's just raising that leg with your hands on the mat. One more breath. And then step that left foot up to meet the right and come up to stand. Good, let's take that on the other side. So stepping out once again into our star pose, arms out in their T, 2 breaths here. And hinging at the hips to come into your forward fold. And one more breath here. Then bending the knees, rising up, swiveling on that left foot, bending the left knee over the left ankle. Just turning that right foot in a little, arms in your T, soften the shoulders, look over the left hand. 3 breaths. Remembering to keep that core engaged. It's a strong pose, so we want to be feeling energy and strength coming into our front leg. Nice stretch in the back leg. One more breath. And then bringing the hands onto the hips, step this right foot across. You're going to be on the toes, so the heel is raised. Raise the arms up for your high lunge. Really nice extension of the right hip in this pose. One more breath. And then stepping that right foot fully onto the mat, pressing into the outside edge of it, keeping those hips square, raising the arms up again. 3 breaths here in your warrior one. Keep those hips square. And drawing the hands behind you, raising the gaze, bringing in a back bend. Come up onto the toe of that back foot. One more breath. And coming back to upright. Again, bringing the hands down either side of the foot as you shift the weight into that left leg and draw the right leg up. Toes pointing down towards the mat, just lifting the leg somewhere between the floor and up to hip height. One more breath here. And step that right foot up to meet the left, coming all the way up. Bring those hands into prayer at the chest. And then from here, I'm just going to make my way back up to the top of the mat. So standing at the top of your mat, we're going to step the right leg back. So step it back, coming onto the toes. So we're in a high lunge. Raise the arms up. This time we're going to hinge forward at the hips, almost like we've got a big beach ball in our hands. We're bringing it down, and then we're going to just hold it here. Big stretch in the glute and the hamstring here, really having to work quite hard to keep you in balance. One more breath. Then let that back knee down. Bring the hands into prayer and twist to the left. One more breath. Then curl the toes of this right foot and lift up the knee. Bring the hands down onto the mat. And with this left hand, bring it inside that left leg. Step the right foot across and raise that right arm up. One more breath here. And then from here, bring that left hand to the outside of the left foot. Step it a little bit further across because it's going to be your balance. Lift that back leg up, the right leg. Turn it sideways like you had it. And now see, can you raise the right hand up? So use that left hand to help balance you. That's why I have my back to you, just so you can see that left hand on the floor is helping. One more breath. This is your half moon. And then step the right foot up to meet the left. And come all the way up to stand. So really well done if you managed to get into that and to hold it. Let's take that to the other side. So now we're stepping the left leg back, bending the right knee onto the toes of that left leg, that left foot. Raise the arms up and then come forward, keeping that right knee over the right ankle. One more breath here. Dropping the left knee down. Hands come into prayer. Take the twist to the right. One more breath. And curling the toes, raise the knee. One more breath. Bringing the hands down, keeping that right hand now inside the right foot. Hop that left foot across so the heels are lined up. Draw the left hand up. And then from here, stepping the right hand to the other side of the right foot, a little bit to the front and out to the side to help shift the weight into that right foot. Lift the left leg up, keeping that foot parallel to the floor, and raise the left hand up. In your half moon pose. Good. One more breath here. And then draw the left hand down. Step the left foot up to meet the right. In your forward fold, bend your knees, make your way down onto your mat. Push back into a child's pose. Allow the spine to round, the body to soften. One more breath here. And drawing up, let's make our way down onto the mat. And hug those knees into the chest. One more breath. And then letting the feet come down onto the mat. Lengthen the legs out with the feet flopping out to the side and the arms down by your side, palms facing upwards. Softening the body. Allow the body now to rest and recover. Letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. Letting go the whole back of your body and shoulder blades. front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And take a moment of gratitude here for whatever you're feeling particularly grateful for today. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and exhale through your nose, keeping your focus on your breath for the next few minutes.